What is happening, guys? ARCHIEzzle here, and welcome to another video. Archies, hope you guys are having a great day. Today's video, yes, we are going to be talking about what the heck really happens during deployment. This video is actually geared towards the spouses, wives, husbands, family members who have service members, specifically army soldiers that are deployed currently overseas, Kuwait, Afghanistan, Iraq, or somewhere else. I'll give full credit for this video to Mrs. Rivera, the lovely wife of my first sergeant when I was in Fort Hood, Texas, when I was in First Med. She's pretty awesome. She puts out a lot of content for military spouses, a lot of cooking stuff. She maintains a blog that's really professional, really amazing. I highly suggest you check her out and just let her know that I sent you over there, especially for the military spouses over there. Just let her know ARCHIEzzle sent you over there, okay? Also, before we dive into this mid-March, big collaboration, Army versus Navy versus Air Force. Me, along with different military YouTube vloggers that you probably know who it is, JT, Kyle, and Nikki. So let me know if you have any ideas down below for a physical challenge. I don't know, like a Q&A or anything that you can think of for that collaboration in March. I'll be in LA. So the blog is called Sense and Edibility, and the article that I'm going to be talking about is The Deployment Strikes Back. Facts about deployment. What the heck really happens during deployment? What happens back home? People don't realize this. They always focus on the soldiers going overseas. I know that's the main fight and that's what really matters the most. But you have to realize that all these service members have family members, loved ones that are going to be staying behind here in the States, which is kind of crazy also, and it's kind of hard. Imagine if you were a spouse, a wife, sometimes a husband with like 2 or 3 kids all by yourself, and their age varies from like 3, 7, and then 10. So you have to like take care of all these kids and perform as a one-man parent team. And of course, you have to worry in the back of your head, like, I hope my service member is safe overseas. So there's a lot of stuff going on and definitely a lot of stress. Also, I have seen this firsthand. If you do not know, you're probably new to the channel. I haven't been deployed to a combat area, to a combat deployment, but I have been overseas. But I have been lucky enough not to be too far for too long from my wife, from my kid, and everyone that I love. So I consider myself lucky. But being in Fort Hood, seeing soldiers deploying like almost every month in different units, I have seen the impact on the family members, the problems, the struggles that they feel being by themselves, and just, you know, they need support, they need help. So we're just gonna dive into this. These are the facts of deployment that I think it's really true, it's really legit, and kind of funny in a way. I'm gonna go through every one of them and explain a little bit of my piece or how I feel about them, or probably like a little bit of story time based on my experience. And I suggest you also check out the link for that actual blog. It will be down below in the description. That final kiss before they board the military vehicle, bus, ship, plane will say so much, but not enough. This is really crazy. I've seen it multiple times, you know. Before you go, you have this last ceremony, the casing and all that. And then before you actually load that plane, that bus to go overseas, that's always the final kiss. I experienced it once when I went to Kuwait. I know it's not a combat deployment. It's nothing really crazy. And I knew that I was only going to be there for 3 months. What the heck? I was actually in the field longer than 3 months when I was in Vilseck, Germany / Grafenwehr. So it wasn't really bad for me. But going overseas again one more time, away from the family, is kind of haunting and kind of scary because you don't know what's going to happen back home. That's why I had my wife's sister to come over to take care of stuff while I'm away, you know, stuff that my wife can't do all by herself, and just to help watching over my daughter basically. But that last kiss, because it may be your last kiss and may not even see your loved one anymore. It might be your last kiss and something happens when you go home. You know, accidents happen, car crash or something like that. But before that service member boards that plane, that bus, or whatever it is, that last kiss, it's like, let me get one more before you go. But it's never enough. Especially once they leave, they drive off, they fly off. That's it for the next 9, 12 months. Who knows? Number 2, you'll tell your children it's okay knowing you're lying to them, and they'll know it too. This is really true. I've seen it multiple times. It's basically a way for a parent to tell their kids, their family members, that it will be okay, just to comfort them, even though they know that it would not be the same without your service member for the next, again, 9 to 12 months, or who knows. People will try and sometimes fail. at offering comfort. Yes, it's really great for you to comfort someone who has a family member, a service member that just deployed, but sometimes you have to give them time to be themselves, to be with their own. Comforting is really good, but if you overdo it, it feels kind of weird, and just let them do it on their own. They'll take care of themselves a little bit, and they'll let you know if they actually need help with anything. Or if you're trying to comfort someone who has a service member that just deployed, you might say the wrong things, and that can probably escalate to a fight and something that no one really likes. Imagine all the stress they're feeling right now, getting left behind because of deployment, no family members, no daddy, no mommy or whatever. It's just not gonna end up well. So sometimes just be right there at the right place and the right time and say the right words. Don't be saying like, well, at least he's probably not gonna get shot at because he's gonna be in a cache because it's not really a combat unit. Do not say that, please. You will hate the weekends. This is definitely true, because think about this. That first Saturday or Sunday, as soon as that service member, that soldier leaves her deployment, it's not the same. You'll feel like everything's quiet in the house. I think I've said this in a previous video before. You will only feel the value of something or someone or anything when it's gone, when you don't have it anymore in front of you. So regular weekends when it's all crazy and always a chaos back in the house, everything messy, then all of a sudden it'll be all quiet. That's when it's gonna strike the family members who has a service member that's deployed. That's when you will realize that, damn, I am all by myself now, and I don't really know what's gonna happen to my soldier thousands of miles away. Things will break, die, leak, blow up, and you will be the one to deal with it. I guess that's true if you have a lot of kids. I have seen it probably once or twice, not really a lot of times, but again, you are the only parent who's gonna be there, because other people that you get support from or other service members who's in rear D, they have stuff to do as well. So it will always boil down to just you as the sole parent, a husband, a wife, whoever you are, that's gonna take care of the kids and stuff back home. Financial issues comes up also sometimes, so just deal with it and always seek for help. There's always ACS. There's always like some sort of help somewhere. Even though they are busy also with their own personal tasks, they will find ways. And this is actually the time where you have to make sure you have good friends that you can count on. Skype, FaceTime, Messenger fights are inevitable. Obviously, you are gonna be waiting for that Skype call and you're gonna be bringing up things. You are stressed. The service member overseas stressed. So whenever you talk about something, it will easily escalate to a fight. And usually it doesn't end up well, and it's just gonna suck because they won't be able to fix it via Skype or whatever face-to-face video call you have. And you just have to end the call because service member has to go for duty or for a patrol or something, and then you have to go for work or drop off the kids. Time zone doesn't really help. So FaceTime fights is inevitable. Your children will act like the spawn of Satan at least once. I have experienced this when Flora was in the field or gone or away for a few, and I was the only one taking care of Ileana. Heck, sometimes a whole day with Ileana can be really stressful. She can be like a really sweet, cute, beautiful angel, but just like a snap like that, she will turn into the spawn of Satan and just start crying, and I don't even know how to control her. Imagine that happening with 3 kids or more. That's gonna be crazy. Number 8, you will learn to survive on minimal hours of sleep. If you are a parent, if you have 1, 2, 3 and above, how many kids you have, you know how it works. And if you're a service member as well or a family member of a soldier, you know that lack of sleep is inevitable also. You just gotta learn to adapt and take a nap whenever you can. Number 9, you will carry over anything, anywhere, for any reason. This happens a lot. You will see a Facebook status from the FRG saying that, oh, they're coming back home, spoiling all the goods, or something happened overseas where your husband or wife is deployed. You just gotta take it, analyze the situation before you react, because there's always gossip when you're back home and you have a soldier that's deployed. Homecoming dates always change, and you can't really post that, but I know there's gonna be that one spouse, husband or a wife, who's gonna post like, oh, they're coming back at this certain date, and then obviously because of OPSEC safety, you don't want to continue with that date. You just posted it for the public to know on Facebook, then they have to back it up again and come home a little bit later because of that situation. It's kind of like the same also. That's why we always preach it to you guys. Do not post your ship dates, because you don't want the enemy to know where you are gonna be at a certain time, at a certain day. So it's basically like setting yourself up for failure. So don't listen to any gossips that you will see on Facebook or hear from other spouses. Get it from the source, get it from the chain of command. And finally, number 10, the reunion will make up 1 to 9. The best part is when they come back home, all the stressors, all the crazy experiences that you will have from 1 to 9 will go away once they get back, and you get back to the regular swing of things, and it's gonna be happy, it's gonna be great. Even though if your family's crazy or always kind of like mine, it'll be worth it. when they get back home. I've seen it multiple times. Homecoming is the best. Side note though, for homecoming, please do not drink, do not do anything crazy, do not drive. Your chain of command will let you know that for a certain amount of time. You'll be on dry status for, I don't know, 3 days, a week or something. Well, that's it for this video. Please, if you like this video, hit that like button to help the channel grow. Also subscribe to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And also, please hit that bell icon to be part of the notification squad, and also click that link down below for the actual blog and let Mrs. Rivera know the ARCHIEzzle send you over there, especially for the spouses who are interested with military spouse stuff. Alright, thank you guys for watching again. Archies, have a great day. ARCHIEzzle out.